So there's been quite a few reports coming out about the Indianapolis Colts already thinking about trading or cutting Carson Wentz, and if it does happen, it's going to happen before March 13th when he is due his full money. But you give him now, you could save around $15 million, which is huge. So the Colts are questioning if he's really the guy, questioning if he's the guy for 2022 or in general. So I'd like to welcome you guys to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Today we're going through Carson Wentz and give you my thoughts on these reports already. So, yeah. So, if you ask me from the day one, when the Colts traded for Carson Wentz, of course I was excited. Colts Nation was excited. But I've always had this feeling that Carson Wentz wasn't going to be here for 5 or 6 years. I thought Wentz was going to be here for maybe 2 to 3 years. Never had the feeling that he would be there for a long time. Never had the feeling that he was the answer to a long-term solution until I saw more. And for a good part of the season, he looked very good. He was looking like a solid option. He was looking like a solid franchise guy. This offense at times of the season was just as dynamic as it was when we had Andrew Luck. But those times were limited. Carson Wentz was inconsistent. He had those times. That never had them consistently. In a year where you had so much promise. You have a breakout year from Jonathan Taylor. You have an amazing year from Jonathan Taylor. One of the best running back seasons that you can have in a passing league, where he ran for like 1,800 yards. He did amazing. He had a great year. And, the offensive line did struggle at times, but Carson Wentz holds onto the ball a lot of times. The weapons weren't amazing. Did have Pitt. Did have, no, he didn't really have Campbell because he was hurt a lot of the season. It was just, what the heck at the end? You fast forward to the Raiders and the Jaguars. After just beating the Patriots and the Cardinals in consecutive weeks, consecutive primetime games. On the Christmas Day game, you don't have half of your team, but you pull it out. And you've already had guys like Darius Leonard saying, this team lost it mentally at the end. They thought they had it, so they slowed down. Was that a shot at Carson Wentz? I think so. Because I have never seen this team give up the way they did in Jacksonville this Sunday. I have never seen this team give up the way that they did. Never seen them lose like that. Never seen them stop trying like that. And a lot of it starts at being a leader in Carson Wentz. A lot of that starts there. Now does it all? No, but a lot of it does. When you go and you get a turnover for your offense, and then the quarterback goes and turns around and gives it right back to the other offense, it makes it difficult. It makes it very difficult for a defense. This defense has been under stress for like 3 years straight. This defense has struggled mightily at times because they don't get a chance. When they turn the ball over, the offense doesn't capitalize to the best that they could. The offense doesn't take advantage of it. And the defense gets tired of it. It sucks. Carson Wentz, he had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. When you look at it on the surface, it doesn't look bad. But he had so many games where he could have thrown 2 or 3 more interceptions. 2 more interceptions. 1 more interception. And that Raiders game was a perfect example. He just tossed it up to T.Y. Hilton, hoping, maybe T.Y. is going to jump over 2 guys and catch it at the age of 30, 31. Well, don't get me wrong, I love T.Y. Awesome player, but he's aging, and he's not even a contested catch kind of guy like that. And he threw it up into double coverage. And somehow it wasn't a pick. T.Y. Hilton caught it for a touchdown. But that is one of those moments where he had a swing his way. Patriots defenders had very rare drops in that game. When they played the Patriots, The defenders were dropping the interceptions. J.C. Jackson dropped one. Jamie Collins dropped one. And then in the beginning of that game where he had Michael Pittman open on the sideline, he missed him. And that, I thought, was going to set the tone for the Colts making mistakes, having these opportunities missed. And I thought that's why they were going to lose the game. But no. The Patriots had an off game. The Patriots have a game that they don't usually have. They commit a lot of penalties. They make little mistakes. And that's what the Colts usually do to lose. But since the Patriots made those little mistakes like that, they lost. And you go back throughout the games, right? You know, the Rams game was one of the huge ones. The Colts made little mistakes that caught up with them. The Ravens game, that game was disgusting. Disgusting. The Colts have a right to be questioning Carson Wentz. But if you were to ask me since day one, did not think he would be here for 5 to 6 years. I never thought that Chris Ballard was sold on him. I never thought that Chris Ballard truly believed in him. I honestly never had the feeling that Chris Ballard believed in him. Chris Ballard, knows that he is not a great leader. Don't get that twisted with that he isn't a great guy. He has a great personality. He's a great dude. He does so much for the community, and you love that. But on the field, it's a different story. He's not. He's just not a great leader. Yeah, he has the arm, but he doesn't know how to control it. He doesn't know how to be accurate. He can't make the layups. That's another thing. He can't make the layups, and he doesn't throw them often. But when he does, he misses them anyways. He doesn't throw the ball away. He tries to force it. Now, the Cardinals game, that last pass, that's impressive. He always feels like he has to go down and make the tougher throws. But that big play to Desmond Patman, that was huge. That's when I had a lot more belief in him than I ever did. But then that same game before that, after the game, I'm like, this dude missed so many checkdowns. This dude missed a lot of those layup throws. And I just can't. I can't. This team doesn't play good when they know they have it. When they think they have it. They play best when their backs up against the wall, and you don't want that. If you want to be that team that people respect, you have to play when everyone's respecting you. You have to play when everyone knows you're a great team. That you could beat anyone. But this is a team that can also lose to anyone. That's it on this video. Maybe a team like the Steelers. Maybe a team like the Washington football team. Maybe a team like the Packers. Take a shot at Carson Wentz. And trade for him. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. And if you watch my other Carson Wentz videos, this is going to be very similar to them. Very similar, but it's just another report that we had to talk about it a bit. And, if he didn't, if the Eagles lost belief in him, and then a Frank Reich led Colts team that lost belief in him, I don't think Wentz is the guy. I don't think he is. But for next year, is there really a better option that's realistic? I don't think so. Maybe try and get him a weapon with the 47th pick. Get him a weapon. Re-sign Fisher. I know that's gonna sound crazy, but let him and Pryor duke it out for that left tackle job. I don't know if next year is gonna be a top notch year. This year wasn't either, but this franchise is stuck in neutral. This team is stuck in neutral. This organization is stuck in neutral. They're stuck in neutral. Kind of like the Broncos. When Peyton Manning retired for them, they couldn't find their guy. And now, Andrew Luck retired for us. And we can't find our guy. Wonder why. Just can't. It's not that easy to pull a franchise guy out of your butt like that. It takes time. They're not easy to find. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. But look at all the teams that were in it at the end. Patrick Mahomes. You had Joe Burrow. You had Matthew Stafford. Jimmy G was. But Jimmy G's leadership, he leads a team. Even though he's not extremely talented, his arm isn't insanely, great. He's got it upstairs as Carson Wentz doesn't. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. Go check out some of my other videos. I got a lot of other ones. I got a lot coming up, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys later. And this is the JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.